What's up, everyone? Yo, it's Travis here. 18 Holes of Misery. We got another video coming at you today, and we're playing a course in Mississauga, Brampton. I don't know. It's right on the border of Mississauga and Brampton. If you've been playing golf in this area, in the Peel region, you definitely know this course, and I'm talking about Derrydale. Now, this public golf course has been in this area for an extremely long time. There are 12 holes. It's majority par threes, but it's 12 holes that make up a par 40. And I'm excited today because we have two other guys here for the Beer Podcast, Michael and Eli. They're tagging along, their first time playing golf. So we're doing a classic scramble format. You take the best shot each time and you play as a team, because obviously these guys have never even stepped foot on a golf course before. So not expecting the most, but you know, as you'll see, there was clutch moments from both of them. Needless to say, both of them had a great time, and we're going out again at the end of the month to Mayfield Golf Club. Looking forward to that one, but let's jump right into the video and get to Dairydale. As I said, if you were driving down Derry, it would be hard for you to even know that Dairydale is there because it's situated right between industrial and residential developments. There is a putting green, and to be honest, the condition from what I remembered growing up, it was a lot better than what I remembered, and there's some challenging holes, but needless to say, it definitely is something nice if you're going after work, get a quick 12 holes in. 12 to me is the perfect number. 9 sometimes feels a little too short. 18 feels sometimes too long, especially if you're trying to get chores done. So that 12 hole balance is definitely a good fit. But as I said, let's jump into it. Hole number 1 coming up. For the first hole, we got a 135 yard par 3. And this hole is right in front of the clubhouse. Most of the time there's a lineup, so there's a lot of jitters that end up coming up because you got to hit in front of people. Obviously, we're lining up, no warm-up needed, and we hit a great shot. I mean, it's not super close, but we were on the green so the other guys could really, feel a little bit better about themselves and go swing for it.
Let's see there for y'all.
All right, so Mike steps up, gets a nice practice swing. Let's just call it that. Second shot, he gets some contact, but I mean, it's not the outcome that he's looking for. Eli jumps up, swings for the fences on his first attempt. Nice little practice swing. And the second shot, I mean, he did get some contact, and thankfully that Tarpazero's probably be in the building window. Next, we're on our second shot. We're hoping one of us can put it close enough so we can go up and down. I hit it a little bit too far, but hopefully someone can get closer. So Mike ends up catching this one pretty great. Needed a little bit more, maybe 1 foot, and it would probably been really good. And of course, Mr. Wildcard steps up, hits a great shot, and gives us a chance to go up and down.
We're using that, man. We're using that.
We have about 6 feet to go. I hadn't seen their putting yet, so we're hoping for some magic. Eli was close, but just a little too hard. Then I stepped up, pretty much the same thing, just too much, and it ends up lipping out. And Mike gives it a great effort as well, but it just didn't drop for the boys at the end of the day. So Mike came up, put that one away for an opening hole bogey, and honestly, I felt pretty good.
Four. So we got a 4.
All right, who do we got here, bro?
We got your boy Mike Nelson.
Hey,
First time golfer.
first time out.
Got a ball in.
Got a ball?
Something's going right. That's it.
Eli, just focusing on making contact, man.
That's all it is.
Day one, getting
Swinging
better
for the
now.
fences. That's it.
Par 3, 110 yards. You guys don't even have clubs with you. Clubs and balls.
All right, so hole number 2 is another par 3, 110 yards downhill, but you do have to go over a little bit of a creek, so that can cause some jitters. Now, I had my pitching wedge in hand, and I caught it great, and the line was decent, but it ended up being just a little bit too far at the end.
Trash said if he doesn't get a hole in one, he's buying everybody Wendy's.
Mike was up next. I mean, it's not the best attempt, but it is what it is.
Honestly.
Eli had an amazing shot, and I underestimated his strength, and he actually hit it way past the green into the trees, and somehow he thought that we could still find it.
I gave you too much clubs, bro.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Sure you don't want to hit that? What ball did you hit with?
It was 0-0.
Making up shit, bro. Making up shit. Michael's looking for us.
You looking for his ball?
Yeah, he found it.
Oh, you actually found it. Okay.
Travis was like, nah, it's not good for the content. I'm like, all right, bro.
Next up, we had a bit of a tricky lie for our second shot, and we needed to go up and down, and Mike skipped it, just didn't end up being what he wanted, so on to the next. So I stepped up, I hit a decent shot, but obviously y'all can't see it because Mike's in the way, but it is what it is. And again, Eli hit a great shot, it just needs to be a little bit right, but it probably would have went up and down if it was. Now, we still had a tester here for par, and my putt, of course, lips out, but Mike steps up and is off on his line, and he ends up missing it to the right. And then Eli steps up and another solid attempt, but the lines have just been off a little bit, and we missed the putt. End up settling for another bogey, as you can see.
All right, so first hole we got 4.
I don't have enough trunk rotation.
Second hole we got 4.
We got 4, 4, and
2
4.
over. 2 over.
Honestly, that one could have been a par.
Should have been.
It's a bit disappointing, but hey, it's getting better.
Every every stroke.
Hit us.
They can't hit this far.
That's right there.
Hole number 3 is our first look at a par 4, 380 yards, and it's pretty straight and open, so we should have a good look at birdie or par as long as we can get it in the fairway. Now, I step up and I need to hit the fairway, and it looks like it's about to, but then it ends up just hooking too much, and we miss the fairway to the right, or to the left, I mean. Mike with the driver in hand, and he hits it great. It just was the wrong direction, but it was still great contact. Eli pulls out his driver and smacks the shit out of the ground. That was his practice swing, and his next attempt, he hits it great. Amazing contact, but similar to Mike, it just ends up to the right, not where you wanted it.
Green's over there, but I gotta hit it low.
Now, as you can hear, I gotta avoid the trees, so I try to hit a low stinger, and I actually do a pretty good job, if I must say. It's pretty close to the green. We'll have a good shot to go up and down. Eli tries to do the same thing. It's great thought. It just didn't go the way he wanted
Keep
to.
that head down, man.
Mike steps up, takes a few practice swings to make sure everything's right. We get some contact, but it just ends up slicing a little bit to the right. But again, happy with the contact.
That's just bent a little bit.
That's good, though. That's good contact.
Now we need some magic here to go up and down. Eli steps up, rolls it onto the green, but it's just a little too strong and goes a bit too far. My shot next. I end up leaving it a bit short, as you can see, but it ends up on the green. Lucky enough, but we do have a long par going. And Michael ends up chunking this one a bit, but I mean, it gets up the fairway, but it's just a little bit too far, unfortunately. Now, we got a 12-footer to go for par. My shot attempt is a bit too much to the right, and it's a safe shot for a bogey, but hopefully someone can get a better look. I have nothing to say about this attempt, Mike. All I can say is I promise this was like a warm-up because he makes up for it later. Eli's putt is a great attempt, just leaves it a bit short, and he cleans it up for our third bogey in a row.
I ain't trying to put my hand in the water. This guy's playing. Trying to remove.
So hole number 4 is a par 4, 333 yards, very straight. Pull out the driver and do your best. Now I had the Ping G430 Max 10K, and as you can hear by their reactions, it was an amazing shot. Mine was right in the fairway, perfect spot, so these guys went swinging for the fences. Eli actually caught an amazing shot. It was just off on the right a little bit, but easily one of his best drives of the day. Michael ends up jumping up and hits a pop fly. Not that far, but again, I mean, it is what it is. Now, my approach shot. Perfect again. I was so confident with this. I knew from this moment that we'd have a great shot at birdie here. Michael, another great solid contact shot, and Eli jumps up and he just pummels it, just knocks it so far. His strength was, he was hitting them really far, I gotta say.
We got our first birdie opportunity here. The boys are hitting it pretty well, I'll tell you that much. But we just gotta put this in right now, about 6 feet, 8 feet for that birdie.
So we have our birdie putt coming up here. If I hit this putt, it's a straight birdie for myself. and I just end up pushing it too far to the right. Michael steps up, and you know what? I'll just let the video do the talking. Sinks it.
What do you got to say?
I got a job. That's why I made me contact this time, put it in the hole.
That's the man.
Oh,
Man, don't let Mike putt, man. Bro, he's the putter. Don't let Mike putt.
Fresh off the birdie, hole number 5 is a par 3, 172 yards. Very long par 3. Downhill though, a lot of wind, and yeah, creek to the right. So I step up, I hit it really great. As you can see from the whole day, I was hitting them pretty well. I just ended up leaving it to the left a little bit. So alignment was a little off. Michael steps up, again, he hits another pop fly. He's got to tee that bad boy down a little bit. Eli comes in, just stripes it. It's just going the wrong direction a little bit. We have a chance to go up and down here. Now I did a little bump and run, bumped it a little too far. The line was great, just rolled past. Honestly, just needed the speed to be better, and we would have went up and down. Eli up next. He doesn't mean to do this, but ends up being great, and that ends up being the shot that we use because Michael, I don't even know. I don't know what that one was. So our par putt, Eli almost sinks it, just misses a little bit. I jump up, speed's completely off, left it short, just trying to be safe, and Michael feeling great. You already know what he does. Smacks it, lines off a little bit. So we tap in. Just kidding. Missed the putt. Michael taps in for a bogey, and yeah, that birdie just disappears. Next up, we have hole 6, par 3, 136 yards, very straightforward. I jump up. What do you think? Hit it great, and it just lands just on the front of the green, maybe the fringe, but we're putting at that point. Eli jumps up. He's stripes it again. Just, we would have used his shot if my shot was not where it was. Michael pulls out the driver, rolls it up a little bit, and he just walks to go pick it up. I feel you. My putt attempt for birdie, decent attempt, left us for a great shot at par. And you already know what happens. Michael steps up and rolls it in.
Give me some. Let's go.
That is so good, bro. Pick that up. Pick that up. Man. That's another birdie, bro. What do you got to say? Specialist.
Hey, man, you know, everyone has their skill set, everyone has their time, everyone has their purpose. That's all I can say, bro. It's right here, bro. Right now.
Let's go.
After our second birdie, we got hole number 7, par 3, 163 yards, very straightforward, just a few bunkers, and Travis steps up. I don't know why I'm saying my name like that. I hit it pretty well, just to the right a little bit, and we're on the fringe, but in a good position. Michael steps up. You already know what happens. Chunks it a little bit. He's got to figure that driver, that alignment out a little bit. Eli swinging for the fences, baseball swing in effect, and just chunks it as well. Michael loving the putter. He pulls it out again, just doesn't catch it. The rough was playing a little too rough for him. Eli jumps up. Good idea with the bump and run, but just doesn't run as much as we want. This was my shot. Didn't catch it on camera. Michael jumps up with the hot hand and just misses it. The speed is a little off though. Eli lines up, confidence, ready. He's ready to make a move, and just reaction says it all. Tap in for bogey, and the birdie bogey continues. Next up, we have hole number 8, par 4, 265 yards. Very short, so you could try to drive the green if you'd like, but we do not have that distance. But we said to Michael, get one in the fairway so Eli and I can go for it, and he does just that. Easily his best drive of the day, puts us in a great position. Eli and I both try to go for the green. He stripes it, but again, just off to the right. And my shot, I topped it. I was swinging for the fences, but I topped it. Head went straight up. Second shot, Michael's feeling great, but he just chunks it a little bit. Still gets good distance with that chunk. Would have been okay. My shot, amazing, just to the left of the green, but regardless, I really went at it there. Really happy with that shot.
I just put it up there for Mike.
Eli steps up, swinging for the fences, just isn't connecting where he needs to be. Now we're going for the birdie putt here, and the speed was way off for me. Not a good attempt at all. Michael chipped the shit out of that, and Eli stepped up and put us pretty close. Well, closer than we needed to be. I try to save us for par, downhill, and just roll it in, luckily for a par. Hole number 9 is a signature hole, par 3, 143 yards. You have a big pond to the right, and it probably collects a lot of golf balls. I make great contact. It just goes a little too far. It was right on line, though, with the flag stick. It just went past the green, but not in the worst spot. Eli stripes it, absolutely crushes it, and it goes into the trees. He's got a club down. I was giving him wrong suggestions. I think I should have clubbed him down those times. Michael, another great shot with the driver. He was really figuring that thing out. It just was a little short. He heard splash, but it was just a little short. I tried to do a bump and run down the hill, but just caught too much grass. Eli tried to do the similar thing, but he used his putter, and it just didn't go where he wanted to. Obviously, we got the hot hand with the putter, Michael jumping in, and he put us as close as he could and set us up for a good shot here for par. Michael misses his. Just wasn't a good attempt. I jump up and I leave mine to the right, and Eli hits his a little too hard. Should have dropped as well. He hit mine as well, but we went back and got a bogey at the end of the day.
It's a shake. I'll take that.
Next up, we got hole number 10, par 3, 122 yards next to Derry. You got to go over a creek. And you know what? Again, whenever you get that creek in play, you do what I do and you end up chunking it. And you hit it into the water. And Eli steps up, Mr. Wildcard stripes it, puts it right on the green. Perfect shot. And it was really good.
That was so clutch.
Michael lines up next, and he has that driver out in hand. He just felt confident with that and the putter. Those are the only two he needed. He actually hits it really well, but again, it just doesn't skip out of the creek and goes for a little swing. Now, Eli jumps up for a birdie putt, and he had a good attempt. Just the speeds were just a little off for those two. Michael does the same thing, and he leaves it a little bit too short. So again, we just got to work on those putting speeds. We probably should have hit the putting green at the beginning. I jump up and I roll it pretty well. Sets us up for an easy par putt. Hole number 11, we have another short par 3 over another creek, 100 yards. And again, that creek. Few bunkers in the back, but that creek will get you. I pulled out my 52 degree and I got it right on the green. I wasn't happy with the contact, but I mean, it worked out. Michael came up next. We're out of focus. I don't even know where that ball went because we're out of focus. But Eli told me to record him here, and you know what? He was hitting great, but once the camera came out, just wasn't his best shot. So we have a birdie putt here. We're trying to get it as close as possible. Left that one a little short. Eli up next. Great attempt. He's closer to mine. Michael can really go for it here, and the line was off. Line was off. Speed was off. But I just jumped in, tap in for another par for the boys.
So how is it the first time out?
It's actually A lot more fun than I thought. A lot less frustrating than I thought.
Yeah.
The only thing I need is a beer, though.
I know, bro. There's no card girl.
There's a card girl. The card
There
girl-
usually is, but I told you this place.
It's not the best place.
It's trash. Usually there's a card girl. It's like when people come here to play, they get drunk. This is where you get drunk.
Yeah, those guys were drunk.
Yeah.
Those guys were drunk. But if we get a beer, it'd be a perfect day.
I know.
Weather cooperated. It's cool.
Honestly.
Mike's got cargo pants. We have 14 balls.
Cargo
every
pants.
ball.
Ready. Utility man.
Utility man. I'm like, Mike, T.
You came straight from the wedding.
Straight from the wedding. I'm semi-formal. I came for the etiquette. You guys don't know how to dress.
Finally, hole number 12 is a hard dog leg left, par 4, 295 yards. You could always try to go over those trees, but I think they bait people into that. Never works out. So I pulled out my hybrid and I hit it very high, but it ended up being in the fairway and set us up for a decent second shot. Michael had his instructions wrong here, so it just didn't work out the best for him. After he was laughing about it, and Eli smacked it. I saw it go into the creek on the left, but he was searching for it. He was convinced that I was still out there. Second shot, I put it nice and high onto the green. Great second shot. Michael came in. He had a chunk. He chunked it. And then Eli jumped up after, and he hit another great shot. Honestly, we could have used either his or mine. They both were on the green. They were both in great spots. But I asked the guys coming up.
We're using that. We're using that. That's a both close. How's it going? Which one would you use? Which one would you use? This one, huh? The people have spoken, bro. The people have spoken.
So here's our birdie putt, about 15 feet. I left it pretty close. Not the best attempt, but the guys had a good look at it. Eli's speed was just off. And then Michael jumped up for, we were hoping he was going to have some more magic. But, I mean, it was a good putt attempt, and we ended up using his for our par putt. He left his short, so Eli came up. Just kidding. He left his wide right, and I came in, saved the day for the par.
What that's par. So last three par? Last three par?
Alright, would you guys come back?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, golfing is actually really fun.
It is.
And it's nice being outside.
I'm telling you.
Let me see my calories.
Can't even see.
Hang on.
Just talking to my job. Yo.
Straight calories, bro. Look
What is
at that.
this?
That's 2 hours, 700 calories. 102 heart rate. I've been jumping around though.
Just for having fun, man.
It's actually really fun.
But yeah, you come back.
Oh, for sure, I'll come back, for sure.
All right, bro.
Would
So,
recommend 10 out of 10. Great bonding time with your
hey, we're
friends.
going with the game.
All right, so as you can see, guys, 44 for the par 40, 4 over. That's an amazing result for two guys who have never played before, and a guy who's a 15 to 17 handicap. I felt really great about that, and what made me even more happier is that the two wanted to come back out. We already scheduled another day to go play, so we'll be getting that video. Mayfield Golf Club, you're the next place. You're the next place for the Conley boys. Regardless, guys, Derrydale was better than I expected. Again, I just remember when I was growing up, I just didn't like that place that much. Usually the marshal would always give us a tough time. He gave us a little bit of a tough time today, but I shut that shit down so fast. He kind of left us alone. But yeah, I was happy with the variety. You got to use a little bit of everything. Obviously, lots of par 3s, but for 12 holes for that price, it's a little pricey. I was happier. And it was nice to get out with the boys for the first time. And I'm just happy that they had a great time and they want to come back out again. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for the review of Dairydale Golf Club and lots more videos. Hit the subscribe button, guys, because we're trying to change the game. We're trying to get more people involved in the game. We're trying to knock down those walls, man. Quit gatekeeping. We're out here. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.